Welcome to Politics, Economics, and More. Your go-to channel for insights, analysis, and updates on happenings and developments in Nigeria and the global space. Our goal is quality analysis to deepen engagement and foster dialogue on happenings around you. To get notified of new uploads, please subscribe and hit the notifications button. Don't forget to like, share, and comment. One of the buzzwords for the President Tinubu's administration is reforms. The media aides and defenders alike have become used to the word so much so that, once mentioned, there is no need for further argument on the performance of President Tinubu's administration. Economic reforms refer to changes in policies and the workings of an economy with the goal of ensuring better performance and growth. Economic reforms are not an end in themselves, they are a means to an end. The main reforms instituted by the Tinubu's administration include removal of petrol subsidy and floating of the exchange rate. These two key economic policies are no doubt central to the living cost and standards of the average Nigerian. From the reliance on road transportation and powering of electricity generators by households and small businesses, petrol is a life wire to the Nigerian economy and its price a very key economic input cost. Moving from a subsidized petrol price to full commercial price has had significant impact on the average Nigerian. Exchange rate, on the other hand, plays directly into the both consumer prices and the input cost of small and big businesses, going by the fact that Nigeria is an import-dependent nation. From rice to textiles, candies, and cookies to champagne, our taste for foreign goods is high. It is for the above reasons that the huge decision and pronouncement by the president from his first day in office literally turned lives of citizens in the direction of pain and misery. This is the reason why some have coined the term T-pain. T-pain allegedly implies the challenging economic conditions Nigerians are going through. While some supporters of the government described it as temporary pain, while the basis for the two policies is understandable, the modus operandi of implementation is faulty and should have been better. The reasons for the reforms are obvious. Foremost is the fact that government finances have become precarious prior to May 2023. It was common knowledge that government was hugely dependent on borrowing to meet certain obligations. The petrol subsidy regime was becoming increasingly unsustainable. The late President Buhari's administration had already set June 2023 as the terminal date. Furthermore, meeting the forex-related obligations was onerous. The central bank had piles of unmet foreign exchange requests and obligations, with some outstanding for years. Some airlines were alleged to have deserted our airspace even as commercial banks could not meet payment on Naira debit cards abroad. The above were justifiable reasons for the harsh and tough reforms the administration embarked upon. A number of foreign bodies, including development agencies, have hailed and supported the reforms. The International Monetary Fund, IMF, has particularly commended the government for its bold policies. In the same breath, however, it has stated that the policies have had led to increased poverty and food insecurity among Nigerians. The bold policy decisions impacted the lives of Nigerians significantly. Even the president himself stated that Nigerians were living fake lives prior to his administration. Thus, the reforms embarked upon are to reset Nigerians and end the fake lives. Whether or not Nigerians are living fake lives, the reality many are faced with today does not speak positively to President Tinubu's administration. The Nigerian constitution clearly states that the reason for the existence of the government shall be the welfare of the citizens. The improved economic metrics are yet to translate into enhanced economy for the Nigerians. A number of government functionaries, particularly media aides, often get unsettled when asked the question, is the life of the average Nigerian better off today when compared to their condition prior to May 2023? The question has often led to hot exchanges on traditional and social media discussions. The Business Day newspaper headline of Sunday, July 20th captured it succinctly: "One country, two economies." While the macroeconomic indices are supposedly improving, the yawning poverty and food insecurity are undeniable. If government programs are well curated and implemented, the positive impact should be evident. Where there is a lagging period, there is need to include interventions to ameliorate the negative impact of such policies. In a situation where removal of petrol subsidy will adversely affect living cost and standard, it is important for the government to ensure the savings realized from removal of petrol subsidy is directly plowed into the transportation segment to minimize the impact of the policy. This is obviously not the case. Instead, to the contrary, the government embarked on a spending spree. Within the first 2 years of the administration, there were reports of purchase of a presidential jet to the tune of 150 billion naira. Interestingly, the aircraft has been abroad for refurbishment in the last several months. whereas the president has been visited several countries with aircraft from the presidential fleet. This is no doubt a case of misplaced priority. The economic realities of Nigerians do not in any way support purchase of a new jet for the president. Other instances of misplaced priorities and spending include the purchase of presidential yacht. Clearly, there is a disconnect. The savings realized from removal of subsidy appear to have provided governments both at the federal level and at the state levels with more leverage for frivolities, while the rest of Nigerians struggle to make a living. Taking a look at other countries, the humanitarian budget, which typically includes spendings on health, education among others, gulp a sizable chunk of the annual budget. The reverse is the case with Nigeria's annual budget and spending. Government exists for the welfare and betterment of the citizens and not for itself. It is expected that the annual budget and spending by the government should go to directly address the needs of the people. A nation's welfare index is measured by the care and provision for its people, particularly those that are most vulnerable. The cash transfer program is only heard in news reports and difficult to find those that are beneficiaries. The program is no doubt very limited in scope, going by the number of Nigerians living below the poverty line. Another key aspect begging for government intervention is food security. The astronomical increase in the prices of food has led to the popular statement, "ABMPA hour," meaning we are hungry. Most food staples saw a 200% or more increase in prices within the first 12 months of the administration. Whereas, income stayed stagnant until a miserly increase of about 100%. To say many Nigerians are food insecure is beyond obvious. Even the recent statement by the IMF confirmed this. At this point, a massive food intervention program should have been in place that will see a downward push in the aggregate price of food. In addition to bringing relief to the teeming masses, it would directly reduce inflation, as food inflation is the largest input increasing the nation's monthly inflation rate. It is hoped that the government will see reason and reorder its priorities and spending to have a more positive bearing on Nigerians, and also come up with an intervention program to see to reduced food prices. We welcome your thoughts and comments. Please remember to subscribe, like and share.